In the Australian press this week, one of the big news stories has been about recycling, or a failure to recycle. Whilst the country is making great strides in reducing the amount of single-use plastics we make and use, a major recycling project has seemingly collapsed. Nearly everyone in Australia will be aware of REDcycle, where you can drop off soft plastics such as plastic bags, wrappers, crisp or chip packets, etc. in the foyers of major supermarket chains such as Coles and Woolworths. This week, the Sydney Morning Herald broke an investigative journalism story basically saying that REDcycle have not been recycling the plastic waste in recent months, but just stockpiling it in warehouses. REDcycle has since confirmed this story and suggested the best options for people at the moment is simply to dispose of plastic waste in their general waste bins. We take a look at this issue in today's video. We have covered in multiple other videos how plastic recycling is inherently problematic and much less efficient or economically viable than recycling aluminium, for example. In short, plastic can only be recycled into lower and lower grade items each time, and of course requires energy and money. Once it reaches the end of the line, such as low-grade soft plastics, there is not much that can be done with it, except make very low-grade items like road fill, insulation, or park furniture. The reality is there is no real free market outlet or demand for these items, or at least very limited. People are calling on the Aussie government to invest $60 million in soft plastic recycling to solve the problem. But personally, I do not think that will really solve the issue at all. Clearly reducing soft plastic usage has to be the number one option, but that can only go so far. Secondly, I would support incineration of the remaining soft plastic waste for energy in a modern plant such as in Sweden or Japan. These items burn easily and are basically made from oil. Modern incineration is certainly better than landfill and will reduce need for carbon fuels. I feel that recycling these soft plastics is getting into the area of wish cycling or even greenwashing. We like to believe that recycling is the solution, but we need to apply energy to recycle them, and then basically produce junk with them which cannot even be sold. Clearly reducing the usage of soft plastics should be number one, and we still have a huge journey to go on that. Using alternatives like organic plastics, such as sugarcane, has to be a better idea also. But in the end, is it not better to burn this waste for energy than use energy to turn the plastic waste into unsellable items that are often just given away? It is a discussion Australia needs to have. For lots more recycling info, check us out at waster.com.au, and of course, like and subscribe today.